After intense negotiations, the COP28 climate summit in Dubai came to a close. It produced the first ever climate deal with language on fossil fuels, but called for a transition away rather than a phase out of oil, coal, and gas. Kyung-eun reports.
A historic climate deal. Nations at the COP28 climate summit in Dubai agreed on transitioning away from fossil fuels. It is a first for a UN climate conference to produce such a deal, though it still stops short of including a long-demanded call for a phase-out of oil, coal, and gas.
We have language on fossil fuel in our final agreement for the first time ever.
The final consensus came after COP28 was extended beyond its official closing time of midday Tuesday due to intense overnight negotiations over the key sticking point, whether the text should include a call to phase down or phase out fossil fuels. Along with the final text transitioning away, nations also agreed on commitments to triple the capacity of renewables and double energy efficiency by 2030. Other progress was made in adaptation and finance, including the operationalization of the Loss and Damage Fund to support countries most vulnerable to climate change. The UN and EU largely celebrated the deal as a milestone achievement in global climate action.
I think this is a global turning point. For the first time, the world is committing to transition away from fossil fuels. So this has the potential to be the beginning of a new era. The post-fossil era.
They are a climate action lifeline, not a finish line. Now all governments and businesses need to turn these pledges into real economy outcomes without delay.
The decision also satisfied oil producers like Saudi Arabia, who've been advocating reducing carbon emissions rather than fossil fuel phase out. But it left island countries that are facing the direct impact of climate change dissatisfied, as well as developing countries that raised issues of equal responsibility. Kyung-eun, Arirang News.